down and she rolls along.
So you go forward, and then we're going to work on our stop. The go forward is really easy, because all you're going to do is lay your whip over the body of the horse where your leg would normally hang off the rider's body, and add a cluck. In addition to that, when we go to stop her, we're going to stop her at a right angle. So if she's here, just pretend like she's lunging around, I'm actually going to move in this direction and bump to the hock with this rein. So I'm going to yell whoa, bump to the hock, and step out in front of her so that I square up my shoulders to her shoulders. And it's actually the body language of the handler that gets the horse to stop. Okay? So if we can just begin with the little cluck or kiss. And you can see I have to do this a couple of times before Fancy actually decides to go forward. That's fine. Good. Once we get all that figured out, what you want to do is you want your reins coming through the bottom of your hand, all right? Because that's where the strength's at. If you hold it like this, they can easily pull through your hand. Okay, really good. And here's our whoa, hoo, hoo. Now the most important thing about this technique here is that the horse stops out on the track and that I don't pull the front end to me, because that's not going to give her a chance to sit down and plant all four legs. Alright? Let's try it one more time. And again, a right angle. And it's kind of helpful to have an arena or a fence in between, have the horse in between you and a fence to get her to stop. We're going to stop her right here. Hoo! And you can kind of see she didn't come off track that time. She sat down real nice, and it was really a win. Okay, so what we're doing here is I'm just going to look into the camera and let the horse work around me. I advise you not to do this, but it makes more sense. What we're going to do here is we're going to tighten up our circle, bring her into the jog trot, and kind of show you where that invisible pole is at. So I'm going to bring her in. Again, I'm looking for that inside front leg to come off the ground. And as soon as I get that nice little quiet jog trot, I'm going to give and let her move back out. The imaginary pole is sitting right here, so I'm going to be stepping into my horse, rolling my whip, moving my hand in and out all at the same time. I'll give you another quick example of our canter here in a second by bringing her in off of the large circle to the jog trot. And you get her about there, get her nice and quiet, and then just bring in your whip with a little cluck. Good. Hoot. Hoot. Good. So that's pretty much it for the stud chain. Of course, you're going to do the same thing to the other side. A little bit of practice. Sometimes you will get dizzy if you don't focus in on the horse's eye, if you see too much of the background. So just try to stay focused on the horse and not see what the background's doing. We're going to go ahead and put a saddle on her and take you to the next level in our Western dressage. Thank you. Okay, so here we are. We have the camera in the center of the arena, in the center of the circle here. And what we're doing is we're working around an imaginary pole. What I'm doing with my whip, I'm not sitting here cracking it, making the horse nervous and causing a bunch of noise. I'm just simply rolling it towards the horse's body. But more importantly is what I'm doing with my hand. If you look closely at the stud chain's going in and out. It's touching and releasing. And what you'd like to do is have it in the same rhythm as the front leg, front inside leg of the circle. So when that leg comes up off the ground, you want to have all the slack taken out. And that's going to really make a huge difference when you start doing your pivots to the on the forehand and on the haunches, when you start doing your turnarounds and what have you. So one of the most important things that you can do with your horse in learning how to ride them and how to control them is really, really simple. It's just to develop some kind of natural rhythm. All right, so the arm or the elbow of the arm is going to work like the arm of a locomotive. With every step she takes, you're just going to follow that horse. We're going to start her at the walk here, move into the jog. Good, so what you just saw was the spiral in and the lateral movement out. And we're going to do the same thing, and you got the chance to look at the stop. I'll show you how we did that. But basically what we did is we started off with a simple float of the rein, and as this mare elected to get down in the frame, which means she drops at the wither, relaxes over the pole, and puts her head down. You can see that she's got a little tension. She carries a natural tension, which is just kind of up, and the whole trick of training this particular horse is just getting her to relax. So what we're going to do is pick up where we just left off with the camera moving in a little closer. We're going to add the canter and then finish up with the stop and a couple of turnarounds. The rein, touching and releasing as the horse is moving around, maintaining the arm of a locomotive. Good.
On the road, come dusk down, pedals down and she rolls along.